Moin guys, it's me Jan. Right now I'm just enjoying my life, because Nintendo hasn't fucked up anything in the past few months. Wait, do you hear that? That's the Nintendo fuck up alarm, because Nintendo has fucked something up in the past few months. This stupid thing was constantly running from 2012 to 2016. How do I turn this stupid thing off? Oh Nintendo, I love you. Some of the first games I ever played were Nintendo games, and games like Custom Robo or Super Mario Galaxy are the reason why I love video games so very much. You guys basically invented a 3D jump'n'run, you laid the foundation for the Metroidvania genre, you kickstarted the development of motion controls, and you even made freshly picked Tingle's Rosy Rupee Land. But please, for the love of God, tell me, why are you always fucking everything up? I don't really want to get into it too much. I could talk about Joy-Con drift, or how you cancelled online Smash tournaments during a pandemic, or the save system of Animal Crossing New Horizons, or how you keep drip feeding old no-name games into Nintendo Switch Online to keep people paying for an extremely shitty online service, instead of allowing us to buy old games directly. I just want to play Donkey Kong Jr. Math on my toilet, goddammit! Oh, sorry. Well, when talking about fuck-ups, I could also talk about the Wii U in general, but honestly, I'm tired. I just want to talk about the 4 things you fucked up on April 1st. So, what happened when the clock struck midnight on March 31st, 2021? Well, except for the fact that we all got 24 hours closer to the cold embrace of death, and the universe ultimately inches closer to its final fate of maximum entropy. From April 1st onward, there were some video games we couldn't buy anymore. Super Mario 3D All-Stars and Fire Emblem, Shadow Dragon and the Blade of Light were removed from the digital Switch store. Furthermore, Super Mario Bros. 35, the free Mario Battle Royale, is not playable anymore because the servers were shut down, and the Super Mario Bros. Game & Watch will no longer be produced. Oh sorry, I didn't listen because it sounded like some nerd was complaining about video games you can no longer buy, even though you already bought them. Yeah, that's true. I already bought Super Mario 3D All-Stars and that stupid anime game. I also played more than enough Super Mario 35. And finally, the Game & Watch is really not interesting to me. I have more than enough useless plastic lying around, and I can play Super Mario Bros. On literally every single device in my apartment. So, this is not about me. I've got everything I need. This is about people who weren't able to play or buy these games in 2020. This is about video game preservation, and Nintendo is really fucking it up. So, I want to talk about all of these in a bit more detail. I will start with the thing that annoys me the least, and I will slowly work my way up.
Game Watch, Game Watch, Game Watch, Game Watch.
So, you now might ask yourself, what is a Game & Watch? I, on the other hand, want to ask you, why do you want to know that? Knowing what a Game & Watch is probably the second most useless information on this planet. The most useless information is, of course, the Zelda timeline. Let's get into it. Game & Watches are the first handheld console ever made by Nintendo. The first one was released in 1980 and was called Ball. In 1981, they also made one called Egg. Oh, what am I doing with my life? Okay, all in all, Nintendo made like 50 of these. There are multiple different models with different button layouts and games. The screens are made with LCDs and work basically like an old calculator. Amazing. Listen, today Game & Watches look boring, but in 1980 they were innovative and they laid the foundation for handheld consoles as we know them today. Without the Game & Watch, we wouldn't have had the Game Boy, and without the Game Boy, we wouldn't have had that old commercial where a fat dude crushes a bus filled with innocent Pokemon. To celebrate Mario's 35th anniversary, Nintendo made a new Game & Watch which features Super Mario Bros. And Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels. Furthermore, it can also be used as a clock and has a new version of Ball. Yeah, Ball. Woohoo! This Game & Watch is clearly just a novelty item, and honestly, I'm not really mad that Nintendo stopped production. Of course, it would have been better if the Game & Watch was 20 bucks cheaper, or had more games on it, or would have been produced for longer. But we're talking about Nintendo here. Super Mario Bros. And the Lost Levels can be played on almost any Nintendo device. You don't need a $50 35mm screen to play it. But to all of the Ball fans out there, I'm really sorry for your loss. So yeah, it's just Super Mario Bros. Again. It's not like Nintendo would ever completely delete a unique and newly developed version of one of their most iconic games, right?
Super Mario Bros. 35 launches October 1st as a digital-only title and will be available for a limited time until March 31st, 2021.
I like the Battle Royale format, I really do. Apex and PUBG are really fun, and I even dabbled a bit in Fortnite and Minecraft Hunger Games. The Battle Royale format is a unique multiplayer mode that can be great if done correctly. And then Tetris 99 showed that this genre can be successfully translated into any game. It's really a lot of fun trying to perform well at Tetris, while also solving attacks from your enemies and redirecting your solves to the other players. And then we had Super Mario Bros. 35. Here you play the original Super Mario Bros. Against other players, one level after another. And the enemies you defeat get sent into the levels of your opponents. But most of the time, these enemies are really not that much of a hurdle. Oh shit, he's walking. Yeah, and the levels. So it doesn't work like the original Super Mario Bros. Where you go from World 1-1 to 1-2 to 1-3 and so on. Instead, the levels are randomly picked from levels the other players have chosen. And when I played this game, most people only had World 1-1 unlocked. So most of the time I was basically just playing World 1-1 in Super Mario Bros. But with more Goombas. Oh shit, they are walking. And one round takes way too long to complete, because you can't directly interfere with your opponents. You have to wait until they make a mistake, which can sometimes take forever. And the biggest problem of Super Mario Bros. 35 is, let's be honest here, it's Super Mario Bros. Don't get me wrong, I really like the game, and for a game from 1985, it's a masterpiece. But in 2021, well, you know what they say. It's not ball. But all in all, Super Mario Bros. 35 is pretty cool. I played it for about 10 hours and I had a lot of fun. And I envision a world where Nintendo adds additional games like Super Mario Bros. 3 or Super Mario World or even the new Super Mario Bros. Games to the mix. But instead of doing that, what does Nintendo do? They just removed the game from the store and also turned off the servers. And I hate this. There was clearly a lot of effort put into this game. Is running the servers for this game really that expensive? If it is, just sell cosmetics or release a physical special edition or something to make some extra money. Seriously, why would you take something like this away? This doesn't make any sense. This game added a lot of value to Nintendo Switch Online, and now it's gone and will never come back. But at least you can still play the original Super Mario Bros. On Switch. This was just a small experimental game. It's not like Nintendo would ever take away a real game, right? Especially not one game that is a collection of 3 great games in one package, right? Super Mario 3D All-Stars is a collection consisting of the grandfather of all 3D jump'n'runs, one of my favorite games ever made, and finally, a game with Bowser in a bathtub. Oh yes, wash my back, you fire-breathing hunk. Let me drink your bathwater, you spiky Adonis. Listen, I'm not gonna sit here and explain why all of these games are great. Everybody knows why. And if you don't, why are you listening to a whiny 23-year-old complaining about this shit? You know what's weird? Up until the Wii U era, Nintendo really liked re-releasing their old games on the new hardware via the Virtual Console. Look at this! Look how many great games there are! Earthbound, F-Zero, Paper Mario, Gradius and Ninja Gaiden. On Switch we have NSO, and every few months we get like 3 or 4 old games free of charge. Which, to be fair, is also cool. But I really want to play Donkey Kong Jr. Math while sitting on the toilet right now, goddammit! But it's Nintendo, so instead of re-releasing 64, Sunshine and Galaxy with NSO, they decided to sell these games again for $60. And you know what happened on the 1st of April? They stopped shipping the cartridges and they also stopped selling it digitally. What? Why would they stop selling a game digitally? It does not cost anything to sell games on your own digital storefront. I really can't wrap my head around it. Oh wait, yeah, I know exactly why Nintendo stopped selling it. Nintendo's fiscal year ended on March 31st. Fiscal years are like normal years, but they start and end at basically a random date. Just like a birthday. Except that instead of getting cake, companies fire their employees if they don't make enough profit. Woo! Capitalism! Woo! Companies need to earn a certain amount of money during a fiscal year to keep investors happy and to fulfill company-wide sales goals. Oh hey guys, I was just randomly reading this article on FOMO, also known as the fear of missing out. Let me read it to you. FOMO is defined as a fear of regret, which may lead to concern that one might miss an opportunity for social interaction, a novel experience, or a profitable investment. Huh. Weird how I was just randomly reading this article, right? Okay, let's take a look at the 6th worst Venn diagram ever made. Just to make this clear, Nintendo abuses an extremely shitty marketing strategy to push sales in a year where they already made record software and hardware sales. The Switch and games like Animal Crossing, Pokemon or Mario Kart 8 are selling like hot cake. You wanna know what the official reason was why Nintendo removed these games? Because they were made to celebrate Mario's 35th birthday, as a special celebration. And after the end of Mario's birthday, that celebration is of course over. Well, this reminds me of the time I gave my nephew Lego for his 5th birthday, and on his 6th birthday, I punched him and took it back. And then he tried to punch me, but he slipped and broke his leg. What an idiot. But as hardcore fans, we can just play these games on all of our old Nintendo consoles, if we were to miss them. And well, new Nintendo fans, they can just go and suck on Bowser's big, fat, spiky turtle dick. Honestly, I don't think Nintendo cares about which Bowser dick you wanna suck. So yeah, this is just a collection of 3 games that have been released before without any additional effort in it. And furthermore, they are games just sold because of Mario's 35th anniversary. It's not like Nintendo would invest time and money into finally translating a game that is the first installment of one of Nintendo's most popular franchises to make it accessible for fans outside of Japan, and also remove that game from the digital store on March 31st. And Nintendo also would never just have this game freely available to Japanese NSO members, while customers in the West would have had to pay $6 for it. But oh well, Nintendo would never do that. Right? 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 You know what? I don't even want to make jokes anymore. I'm just really disappointed. As a child, I looked up to Nintendo. Their games made me fall in love with gaming as a hobby. And all of their games always were so fun and wholesome and made for everyone, while Xbox and PlayStation games were dark and edgy. As a child, I believed Nintendo to be the good guys. But over the years it became clear to me that Nintendo is a corporation just like any other. The only thing that counts is profit. And now, look at me. Who's the idiot here? The faceless corporation? Making money hand over fist? Or me, the guy who purchased a $60 re-release of 3 games he already played dozens of times? Well, I guess I'm gonna go outside. Maybe play some ball or something. I don't know. Donkey Kong Jr. Math is on Switch? Hell yeah, I love Nintendo!